Hey guys, today I wanted to show you what we're going to be using for our 2019-2020 school year. I have a 5th grader, a 7th grader, a 1st grader, and I have a 3-year-old, he's almost 4, who doesn't really do school, but he likes to do school, so I have a few little activities that I'll be doing with him just to give him some one-on-one time. But today I just want to show you what I have for 7th grade, and I'm just going to go through this quickly so it's not a super long video. So I'm going to start out with what we have for reading this year. This is CLE's Christian Light Education's reading program. It comes with this hardback reading book, which seems to be really good quality. You can see it's colorful on the inside when there are pictures. You can see, where was that? Yeah, so it's very colorful. And this is the level 7. And then I've never used this, so I wasn't sure if we were going to love it or not. So I only bought the first 2 light units just to give it a try, but I do think we're going to like it. We've used it a couple of times so far, and it seems to be good. So I don't know if you're familiar with Christian Light, but the reading comes with 5 light units, and so you can either do it just a couple of days a week and spread it out through the whole school year, or you could finish this whole set in a semester. I plan on spreading it out. We do just, so far we've done 1 lesson, and it took us a week just to work through that because we just did a little bit at a time. Everything you need is in your light unit. It has your questions, it's got vocabulary, it has, you're learning different things like figures of speech. Let me get this to focus. So this one was about similes and metaphors. It has reading comprehension. It really is just a full reading curriculum, and so we will most likely be sticking with that. So I purchased the book, 2 light units, and I will order the other 3, and they're very affordable. I think the light units are about $3 each, and this book, I can't remember, I want to say it was $7 or $9 maybe. And then I also bought the answer key. So that's reading, and we will also be reading real books. This was just something extra that I got that we've never done before. So for science, we're going to be using Master Books, Heaven and Earth. This comes with Weather and Water, Our Universe, and Our Planet Earth. So it comes with a I guess you could call it the textbook with all the reading. As you can see, it's very colorful. The pictures are beautiful. And then it comes with, they call this the teacher guide, but it's not really a teacher guide. It's basically just the worksheets that you'll use. Now this does have science experiments and projects and different things like that, so it is hands-on, and I like that, but it's not so hands-on that I'm having to do a project every day, and that's good for me because I'm not a project mom. So but it is there if you want it, and we've done 2 lessons in this, and my kids really love it. So that is science. For history, we are also using Master Books. This is the World Story 2, the Middle Ages. We did Ancient History last year with Heart of Dakota, and I love Heart of Dakota, but it was starting to get overwhelming with so many kids and trying to get school in with all my kids. So this year, this I think is going to be a much better fit for us. It also comes with the student textbook, and it is similar to the science book, very colorful. And then it comes with the teacher's guide, which is the same. It has the worksheets, different activities, ideas. You don't have to do everything. but they give you some good ideas. And then in the back there are some extra like artist studies and architecture studies, just if you want to add that in. And you can also do a timeline if you choose, which we will be doing. And then this, I just had it. I don't know if we're going to use it, but this is the Draw and Write Through History, the Vikings, the Middle Ages, and the Renaissance. So we may use this. My son likes to draw, so you can see there's drawing, and then there also, right here, there's copy work, which is in cursive, so you'll probably need to know how to read and write cursive to do this. And I may or may not have him do this. I don't know. We will probably do the drawing, but I don't know if we'll do the copy work. So that's our history for this year. For math, we've actually been working on this Math Lessons for a Living Education, also from Masterbooks. He's in level 6, and he is just about finished with that. So we're going to finish this up over the summer, and then he's going to move into this Abeka Basic Mathematics. It's their 7th grade math. I really don't have a reason that I chose this. I found it at our homeschool resale bookstore, and I had store credit, and I got this whole, the work text as well as the teacher key for about $6. So that is why I chose Abeka Math. I'm not sure if we'll like it. Hopefully we do, but if you've used this, let me know what you think about it. It's just your basic math. And now I will say, I have heard people say that they don't think Math Lessons for a Living Education is enough, and I am here to tell you that it is. We have used it for several levels, and he could move into this now without having finished the level 6. He is right on track for where he needs to be to move into Abeka 7th grade math. So it is definitely enough. So if you're using it, you can be confident in that. Next we have geography. We're using A Child's Geography, Explore His Earth. We used this last year. We used Explore the Holy Land, and I really liked it. I also found this at our homeschool used bookstore for very cheap, so I decided to go with this one for this year. It just, it's really great. It goes through, well here, let's go to the table of contents. It goes through the atmosphere, the continents, the oceans, seasons, climate and weather, the structure of the earth, plate tectonics, earthquakes and volcanoes, latitude and longitude. It includes copy work if you want to use that. It includes notebooking pages, reading lists if you want to do that. We probably won't do all of that, like the reading list and things we probably won't do, just because we have that in other subjects. So just to give you an idea of what the inside looks like, it is pretty colorful. So we're going to use this for geography along with this, and yes, this is level 3. It's the Evan Moore Daily Geography, and I'm having my 7th grader and my 5th grader work through level 3 just because we've never used this before, and there were some things in here that they didn't know. So we're going to use it, but the way it's set up, it has questions, like 2 questions a day. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then Thursday, Friday, and usually it has some kind of challenge. Instead of taking a whole week to do this, my kids can do it in about 10 minutes. So we will work through this quickly, and we're going to move through the other levels the rest of the year. We'll probably get through 2 or 3 of these books this year, doing it like that. So that is geography. For Bible, we are once again using Masterbooks. This is the Elementary Apologetics. It comes with this teacher guide, which also is the student worksheets. So most days are the same. They'll have a question that is answered in these books. They write the answer to the question. They have a verse to memorize, and then they have verses to copy, and then usually there's some kind of activity at the bottom. Like this one says, write a short note to a friend about what you studied today. And this one says, write or discuss a question with your teacher that you or a friend has had about God or His world. So just some different things like that. I have a notebook that they're writing that in. And so this is the worksheets, and it comes with the answers for kids, the answers book for kids. There are 6 of these books. So this has been great for all my kids. Even my 5, almost 6-year-old has been sitting in with these. He doesn't do the worksheets, but he listens to the book. So we're using that for Bible. And then we're also just reading through this indescribable 100 devotions about God and science. We're just doing this a couple of days a week. They're very short little devotions, but I think it's a good way to just start our day on the right foot and getting our minds in the right place before we start our schoolwork. So that's Bible. And then last, we have our language arts. So, okay, for spelling, we're using this Spelling by Sound and Structure. This is by Rod and Staff, level 6. He is in 7th grade, but I chose level 6. We've never actually done spelling with my 7th grader. He has always done dictation with Heart of Dakota, and that's worked really well. He's a great speller. But since I didn't buy Heart of Dakota this year, I decided to try this. I don't know if we're going to stick to it. We may end up going back to dictation, but just a glimpse at the inside. And then this was the teacher's book. So it's the same thing, it just has the answers on the other side. You can see. So that is spelling. For vocabulary, we're using Wordly Wise 3000. This is book 6. He did most of this last year. He has 2 lessons left in this book, and then we'll be moving on to level 7. But this is also okay. I don't know if I love it, but it gets vocabulary in, so we use it. I don't know if we'll stick with it. And then for grammar, we are using Easy Grammar. I found this at our homeschool bookstore for very cheap. I think I got this for about $5. This is the teacher's guide and the student text all in one. And as you can see, it is a very thick book. So I'm thinking about taking the binding off and separating it into a teacher's guide and a student book, because I'll give you an example here. You can see this is page 44. So the teacher's guide is on this side. It's just basically got the answers, and then the student text is on this side for them to do. So if I were to just hand him this book, he has the worksheet here, and then the answers are right here. So I have to make a copy, and it's a lot of work, and it's a huge book, and it's hard to make copies. So I'm thinking of just separating it out to make it a little easier. And then for writing, we're using Writing Strands. This is beginning 2. We've never done Writing Strands before. Last year we did IEW, and it was okay. I feel like my kids did improve on their writing with that, but it wasn't something that they loved, and they were not very excited about doing it again. So I came to this for him, and I really love how the Bible is just incorporated into everything that Master Books does. They have Bible readings that they do every other week. So like one week will be a writing lesson, and then the next week they'll do a reading lesson. And the reading lesson will usually have a Bible, some kind of Bible passage that they are reading and then answering questions about. And then they also have a book that they're supposed to be reading, and they'll answer questions about that as well. So this does include reading and writing, and my son's done really well with it. He's about on page 40, I think. So we will definitely be sticking with this, and we may work through it a little quicker because having done IEW last year, he is ready to move on a little bit, but I wanted to get a good foundation in this and learn how it all works before moving on to a harder level. So this is what we're using for 7th grade. If you have any questions about anything, please feel free to ask me. If you want to see more of something, I would be happy to answer questions or show you. I will be putting up videos for my other kids and the grades that they're doing, the curriculum I'm using for them. So be sure to like and subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss out on that. Thanks for watching.